Excuse me, sir? Can you help me? I think I am at the wrong terminal and my flight leaves in only 1 hour. I feel so stressed and I do not know who to ask for help.
Don't worry, Jade. Take a deep breath. We have all been there before. The airport can be a very confusing place, especially when you are in a hurry and you have to speak English.
You are so right, John. My heart is beating so fast. But wait, we should say hello to our friends first.
Of course. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Daily English Studio Channel, your destination for daily English learning and conversation. I am John.
And I am Jade. We are so happy to have you here today. Today, we are going to learn everything you need to know about asking for information at the airport.
This is such an important topic. Whether you are traveling for a holiday or for work, knowing how to ask the right questions can save you a lot of time and keep you calm.
Exactly. We will talk about finding your check-in desk, asking about flight changes, going through security, and what to do if things go wrong.
It is going to be a very helpful lesson. But before we dive into the details, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more lessons for you every day.
Yes, please subscribe. And if you have a funny or a scary story about being lost at an airport, tell us in the comments. We love reading your stories. Now, John, let's start at the very beginning. You just arrived at the airport. You have your big suitcase. What is the first thing you do?
Well, the first thing I do is look for the big screens. You know, the ones that show all the departures. But sometimes those screens are hard to read or you cannot find your flight number.
That happens to me all the time. I look at the screen and there are 50 flights. My eyes get tired. In that situation, I usually look for an information desk.
That is the best idea. When you walk up to the information desk, you should start with a polite greeting. You can say, "Excuse me, could you help me, please?"
That is a great phrase. Excuse me, could you help me, please? It is simple and very polite. What should I ask next?
You should tell them your flight number and where you are going. For example, you can say, "I'm looking for the check-in desk for flight AA123 to New York. Do you know where it is?"
Oh, let me try that. Excuse me, I'm looking for the check-in desk for my flight to Tokyo. It's flight JL006. Can you tell me where to go?
Perfect, Jade. That was very clear. The person at the desk will usually give you a direction. They might say, "Go to Terminal 2," or "It's at row B."
Row B. Does that mean a line of desks?
Yes, exactly. Airports use letters and numbers to organize the check-in area. So row A, row B, row C, and so on.
That makes sense. But what if the airport is huge? What if I need to take a bus or a train to another terminal? How do I ask about that?
Good question. You can ask, "How do I get to Terminal 5?" Or "Is there a shuttle bus to the other terminal?"
Is there a shuttle bus? I like that word, shuttle bus. It sounds very professional.
It is. A shuttle bus is a bus that goes back and forth between two places, like between terminals or from the airport to a hotel.
Okay, so I find my check-in desk. Now I'm standing in line. Finally, it's my turn. The person behind the counter asks for my passport, but I want to ask for a specific seat. I really love sitting by the window so I can see the clouds. How do I ask for that, John?
You can say, "Is it possible to have a window seat, please?" Or if you prefer the other side, you can ask for an aisle seat.
An aisle seat. How do you spell that? It sounds like aisle.
It's spelled A-I-S-L-E, but the S is silent, so it sounds exactly like aisle. The aisle is the path between the seats where people walk.
Oh, I see. So, can I have an aisle seat, please? That's good if I want to get up and walk around during the flight.
Exactly. And what if you are traveling with a friend or your family? You might want to sit together.
Right. I would say, could we sit together, please? Or maybe, are there two seats next to each other?
Those are perfect examples. Now, sometimes the person at the desk might say, "I'm sorry, the flight is full." That means there are no more choices for seats.
That's sad. If the flight is full, I just have to take whatever seat they give me.
Yes, but it's always worth asking. Now, let's talk about luggage. This is where many people have problems.
Oh, tell me about it. My suitcase is always too heavy. I always pack too many clothes. What do I say if I want to know if my bag is okay?
You can ask, "Is my bag over the weight limit?"
And if they say yes, it's 2 kilograms over, what happens?
Usually, you have to pay a fee. You can ask, "How much is the overweight baggage fee?"
That sounds expensive. Maybe I should just wear 3 jackets and 5 pairs of socks so my bag is lighter.
I've seen people do that at the airport. It looks very funny. Another thing about luggage is carry-on bags. Those are the small bags you take onto the plane with you.
Right. Sometimes I'm not sure if my small bag is too big. Can I ask, can I take this bag as carry-on?
Yes, that's exactly right. Or you can ask, "Does this bag fit in the overhead bin?"
The overhead bin. That's the little cupboard above the seats, right?
Correct. Now, Jade, let's imagine you have checked in. You have your boarding pass, but you look at the board and you see your flight says delayed. Oh no.
That's the worst feeling. I was so excited to go on holiday, and now I have to wait. What should I ask the staff?
You should go to the gate or the information desk and ask, "How long is the delay?" or "What time will the flight depart now?"
What time will the flight depart? That is a very clear way to ask. What if the delay is very long, like 5 or 6 hours?
Then you might want to ask about food. You can say, "Will the airline provide meal vouchers?"
Meal vouchers. Are those like coupons for free food?
Exactly. Most airlines give you a voucher if the flight is delayed for a long time. It's very helpful because airport food is usually very expensive.
That's true. A sandwich at the airport costs as much as a whole dinner at a restaurant.
It really does. Now, let's talk about security. This is the part that makes everyone nervous. You have to take off your shoes, take out your laptop, and put everything in plastic bins.
I always feel like I'm doing something wrong, even when I'm not. If I'm confused, how do I ask the security officer for help?
You can ask, "Do I need to take off my shoes?" or "Should I take my laptop out of the bag?"
And what about water? I always forget I have a bottle of water in my bag.
You can't take more than 100 milliliters of liquid through security. If you're not sure, you can ask, "Can I take this liquid through?"
I usually just drink all my water very fast before I get to the front of the line.
It's easier that way. Now, Jade, after security, you're in the duty-free area. There are many shops and restaurants, but you need to find your gate.
My boarding pass says gate B34, but I don't see any signs for B34. What should I do?
You can stop anyone who works there and say, "Excuse me, could you point me toward gate B34?
Point me toward. That means show me the direction.
Yes, they might say, "Keep walking straight and turn left at the pharmacy."
Okay, keep walking straight and turn left. I can remember that. But what if I'm hungry? I want to find a specific type of food. Can I ask about that?
Of course. You can say, "Is there a place to buy coffee near here?" or "Where is the nearest vegetarian restaurant?"
I usually just look for the golden arches of McDonald's. It's the easiest thing to find.
It is everywhere, but it's good to know how to ask for other things too. For example, many people need Wi-Fi.
Oh yes, I need to tell my mom that I arrived at the airport safely. How do I ask for the Wi-Fi password?
You can ask at a cafe or the information desk, "Is there free Wi-Fi here?" and "How do I log in to the network?"
How do I log in? That is a very useful phrase for today's world.
It definitely is. Now, Jade, let's do a little role play. I'll be the airport staff, and you are the traveler who is a little lost. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's try it.
Hello. You look a little confused. Can I help you find something?
Oh, yes, please. I'm looking for the gate for flight LH456 to Frankfurt. I can't find it on the screen.
Let me check. Ah, yes, flight LH456. The gate has just been changed. It's now at gate A12.
Gate A12. Oh dear, is that far from here?
It's about 10-minute walk. You need to go down these stairs and follow the signs for Terminal A.
10 minutes. Okay, I should hurry. One more thing. Is the flight on time?
Yes, it's scheduled to depart at 4:15 p.m. Boarding will start in about 20 minutes.
Thank you so much for your help. Have a nice day.
You're welcome. Have a safe flight.
That was a great practice, John. I felt like I was really there.
You did very well. You used on time and scheduled to depart. Those are excellent airport words.
Thank you. I also noticed you said boarding will start. What does boarding mean exactly?
Boarding is the process of getting onto the plane. When the staff says Flight 123